Hi, this is Melissa with A Creative Journey with Melissa, and today I'm going to show you how to make a really cute, super simple, fast kids treat holder. Valentine's Day is coming up. I know we just got finished with New Year's. I know. But I've got a really great way for you to create something super fast, super simple, and to have your kids help you out. I love creating things that are artistic, I love creating things that are fun, and I love creating things that are fast. All of those reasons because I have a fantastic family and I love spending time with them, and if I am unable to do so, it makes me sad. So crafting is supposed to make you happy, so this is a twofer. You basically get to spend time with your family and you get to craft. What could be better than that, right? So what I have for you today is we're going to show you how to make a really cute little treat holder using Fun Dip. You can use any treat you want. I know personally that my family loves Fun Dip. I bought a little box of them for the holidays and they were gone within 2 days. So I know that those are for sure going to work well in my family. It also helps for people that have allergies. Typically you don't have anything in the Fun Dips that would be an issue for allergies, for example, for nut allergies or, you know, certain types of fruit allergies, etc., etc. So that is a good thing. So anyway, what I want to show you is how to make this. And the other thing too I wanted to also point out is, I remember when my kids were little, yes, it was way back when, and I still remember that. Can you believe it? My kids are 18 and a half and 21. I know it hurts to say that, but anyway, they used to want, they being the teachers, used to want the kids to write their friends' names out. It helps them practice with their lettering, and it also helps them to practice their names. And I think it's really cool. So this will also help you with that. So first I'm going to show you what you need. So you'll need a piece of paper like this. You'll need, this is actually half of a piece of 8.5 by 11 cardstock, which is just regular cardstock, and it's just cut right in half. That's it. Pretty simple, okay? So you'll need one of those, and if you're going to be making multiples, you'll need two or a couple. You'll need a piece of paper like this. You could also make it larger, and I'll show you what I mean by that later on when I'm creating. We have the awesome stamp set right here, I Just Love You. And we also have the awesome stamp set right here, which is the sign language alphabet stamp set. All of these are available on our website at www.acreativejourneywithmelissa.com. And we also have a little mini stapler. This is a Tim Holtz mini stapler. You may have a mini stapler or you may have a regular stapler. You can use either of those, whichever you prefer. You could also use adhesive. I thought it'd be a little bit different to use a stapler, and the reason why is because I thought it would be easier if you had little ones helping you to use a little stapler so that they can get the fine motor skills down, and that will help by using this stapler. You also have some adhesive. We have the Memento Rhubarb Stalk ink, and we have a black marker. It's like a thin marker. It's not anything fancy, it's just something that I had in my stash that I'm using. So this is what you will need. These awesome stamp sets will also be up for grabs as one of the giveaways, so you'll get an opportunity to win one of each. So basically we'll have two winners, if that makes any sense. So we have this one right here. Like I said, this is the I Just Love You stamp set. So hopefully you enjoy this as much as I did creating it. And yes, hard to believe if anybody's actually seen my writing. This is actually my writing. I know normally I don't write like that. Normally I write much faster and sloppier, but that is my writing. And then we have also the stamp set right here, which is the sign language alphabet stamp set, which is one of our best sellers. And we're really excited. There's going to be some new stamp sets that we're going to be having come out relatively soon. Please stay tuned for that information. If you are interested in winning any of the prizes that we give out, you need to be a subscriber to our YouTube channel and to our blog/email address. Our blog/email, you'll just go to our website, which is www.acreativejourneywithmelissa.com. You will click on blog, and on the right side it will show you where you can put in your name and your email address, and presto, you're set. When you get that, you'll get a confirmation email in through your email. Make sure you confirm it. If you do not confirm it, you will not be subscribed. This is a necessity for the regulations that we have for emails and getting email addresses, so people don't get spammed all the time. So that's why there's 2 steps to that process. And typically that should be for any business, just so you know that that should be something that should happen all the time. So if you don't verify it or say, yes, I did do this, you will not be subscribed. So that means that you will miss out on the chance to win something. Also, I will make sure that if you are registered as a subscriber on YouTube, I basically match both of those to make sure that you are subscribed to both, and then you are put in to win. If you are not using the same sign-in or same email, etc., for both, then you will not be subscribed. So if you want to just shoot me a little letter or a little note saying, hey, I actually do have both, but they're 2 different names, I keep a list of that, and then I will know. So with all that, now that we got all that stuff out of the way, let's get started. So I'm going to show you what it actually looks like once it's done. You can make it fancier or you can make it less fancy. Totally up to you. Also, obviously depends on how old the child is that you are creating with. It also depends on how many you have to do, and it also depends on how creative you feel like being that day. I know sometimes we create things and they're super, super fancy, and sometimes we create things and they're not so super fancy. So this is what we'll be creating. We had some fun dips that also have red in them. I just like the way that this popped a little bit more because it was a lot of red. So that's why we're doing this here. So we have the sign language alphabet stamp right there. Those 2 letters are from the sign language alphabet stamp set. And then all of these, this and this, that's all from the I Just Love You stamp set. So you know what those are for. So anyway, so we're going to be creating this. And basically it's just a cute little pocket, very simple. And you're just going to put your little candy in there, whatever you choose to do. And obviously if you're putting a candy bar or if you're putting in a sucker or whatever, you will make that accordingly. So if you wanted to put a sucker in, for example, instead of cutting it this way and putting the pocket this way, you may want to cut it this way and put the pocket that way. Just a little bit of different scenario there. So there's a lot of different things you can do. It's super simple, super fast, and super fun, and kids can help you. So make sure you have your kids help you, because it's important that your kids know how hard you work and what you do to create these awesome things for your kids and their friends. So what I used to do, and this might be because I like to be an overachiever, is I used to like to create something for both of my kids' classes, for all of the kids inside, in their classroom, because I really enjoyed creating. That was my thing. And I also wanted to make sure that kids felt that they were important, and they are. So I will say that many of the kids that my kids were in class with, they still have come up to me. You'd be surprised how often. Oh, I remember when we had that party, or I remember when we did this, or I remember when we did that, and Mr. Mueller was this, blah, blah, blah. I'm very, very grateful and very thankful that my husband oftentimes, and I realize that not everybody is able to do this or able to participate in this way. My husband would be at, I'd say 98% of the parties that we did or the get-togethers, because he would arrange his schedule that way. So we were very fortunate in that way. The kids were obviously very fortunate in that way. And I also, of course, told my husband how lucky I am to have such a great helper and to have such a great partner in life. We will be married 25 years in June. How you like that? So what we're going to do here is I just basically put on these stamps with talking, and I forgot to show you. So I peeled off the stamps off of my sheet, and then I placed them right on my acrylic block here. I'm just going to turn them over, and I'm going to ink them like so. And I'm just going to put it right up top, right in the corner. Okay? So that did not come out the way I liked it, that's for sure. Look at that. I don't like how that missed half the finger, right? I didn't ink that very well, did I? So you know what we do with that? We're going to ink that beauty again, and we're going to flip it over. That's the good news about having 2 sides of paper. We're going to flip it over, make sure that's inked really well, and make sure I push properly and fully on there. Okay? Oh, that's for sure inked. Probably almost too inked. Anyway, so at least we have that done. That's good news. We like to have good news, don't we? So let me wipe this one off. So we're going to put this back on the sheet. This is where I store my stamps here, and I store them inside a little envelope. I bought a whole bunch of them at a, I believe it was a yard sale, and I just literally stick them inside. That way I can hurry up and grab whatever I need, and it's inexpensive. I think I got like 100 envelopes for like $2, so that was really helpful to me. Oops, I just put the wrong one in, and that's what happens sometimes to me too. Put the wrong one in the wrong one. Anyway, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take off the love stamp right here, And we're just going to go ahead and ink that up like this. And we're going to ink the bottom right like so. And there you go. So we have love done. All right, that was pretty easy, right? So we're going to wipe off that ink and we're going to do the next part, which is the hearts. So you can make your own little edges of hearts. It's pretty simple. So we're going to just take off these hearts and these hearts, and I specifically made them so you can do them in different directions. So that was really important to me so that you can be able to do both ways. So we're just going to do this for the edge of that side right here, actually this side up here, to make sure I'm doing it right. Sometimes I do it backwards. Yeah, I do it backwards because I look at it and I think that's the side it's going to be, but it's actually reversed because when you turn it over, it turns out to be something another way. So that's what I just did. So we're going to put it this way and we're going to be stamping it like this, okay? So we'll stamp like that and we'll make that cute little corner like so. I'm going to wipe that off. And then this is the easy part. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this part, okay? And what I want to do is I want to make sure I have a spot this way. So I'm going to scoot this over like so. I think. No, that's not going to work now, is it? I meant over here, didn't I? That's what I meant. Can you see that? So we're going to just make the corner like so. So that'll go right on like that. Yeah, sometimes I get confused with my own thoughts. Does anybody else feel that way? Yeah, I hope I'm not the only one. So we've got this right here. And there we go. So we did that part. Looks good to me. We're going to close up that ink, that rhubarb stalk ink. And now all we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and write on here to, who should I write this to? I think I'm going to write this to my coworker, Lisa. So we're going to do to Lisa, who is a lovely lady, by the way. To Lisa, love, Melissa. So how you like that? So that looks good. I like that. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and take out our paper. This is the easy part. Now again, you can use adhesive and I can show you how to do that if you'd like. So we'll just go ahead and fold it like this. Now you can fold it up higher or lower. So maybe we'll just fold it a little bit lower so you can see more of the fun dip name if you'd like. So we'll do that. Okay. And then what I can do is I can do the adhesive, so I can show you how to do that with adhesive. If I can find my adhesive, because you know sometimes it disappears on me. We'll use this, okay? So we're just going to use our adhesive here. Actually, I think I used the blue one. Yeah, we'll use the blue one. I have the blue one with me too. So we'll just put some adhesive on this side right here, just as close I can to the edge. And then over here, as close as I can to the edge. Like I said, you can use staplers. That's fun for the kids, or you can use adhesive, whichever you prefer. Totally up to you, but I wanted to show you both ways, depending on which way you prefer to use or prefer to create. Okay. Now you want to make sure you don't put the glue or the adhesive too far over, or else you won't be able to get your fun dip in there. That could be a problem, don't you think? Now, this is the difference in what it's going to look like. Here you can see the staples. If you wanted to make a piece of paper that went over the staples, you can do that too. Just totally up to you as far as what you want it to look like. If you're a perfectionist, you probably want to use the adhesive and place this right on here, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and use this adhesive. Remember, I used my paper twice because the first one didn't come out okay, right? So we're just going to go like this and like that. And we're just going to place that right on top of here. Put that centered as best we can right there. Looks good. Okay. So that's that. And let me get another fun dip out. This is the box I bought. I know, like I need this many. There's 24 in here. Oh, my kids are going to love me, especially Christian. He loves these. He loves them, loves them, loves them. I'm going to show you what it looks like with the red, and now you'll know why I used the blue, because the red just looked like too much. Just way too much, I thought. See that? That just looks too much. I just think, and then they cut it wrong here, so I thought, I like the way it looks better this way. So we're just going to do this. And you can, I mean, honestly, you don't even have to make these. You can just buy these and put their name on it, or they can put their name on it. But I thought this would be a cute way to make your own little creations for Valentine's Day. So I made one a little bit bigger or a little bit smaller, whatever you prefer. And once you put it in there, it can go in all the way. It doesn't have to have the fun dip showing. So that is basically our creation. It's pretty simple, like I said. I don't like to make things that are way too complicated because, like I said, I like to spend time with my family, and I'm sure you do too. And if you're doing that, it's hard to create things that take a whole bunch of time and have a whole bunch of different pieces and parts and ways to do it, because you may not have the time to do it all. And that can be kind of frustrating, right? Don't you think? I think so too. So I really, really super duper hope that you enjoyed this creation today. I really, really, really appreciate you spending some time with us, and I hope that you enjoyed going on a creative journey with Melissa. And please let me know what you decided to do as far as how you decided to create with this. There are tons and tons of different things you can do. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and to our blog, and you will be set to win one of our prizes. Usually we give something away every week. Sometimes we give a couple things away a week. So make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and to our email and blog, and you can check out our website with all of our stamp sets and new ones to come at www.acreativejourneywithmelissa.com. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.